Most people believe walking is the safest, simplest way to stay healthy after 50. But what if I told you that the way you're walking right now could actually be damaging your body, slowly, silently, and without you even realizing it? Every single day, millions of people step outside thinking they're doing something good for their heart, their joints, and their overall health. And yes, walking can be powerful. It can improve circulation, strengthen muscles, and even add years to your life. But here's the uncomfortable truth. If you're making even one of these common walking mistakes, you might be putting stress on your knees, weakening your spine, and accelerating joint wear instead of protecting it. Doctors are now warning that after the age of 50, your body doesn't respond the same way it did in your 20s or 30s. Your joints become more sensitive, your balance slightly shifts, and your muscles need better support. That means small mistakes, like how you place your feet, how fast you walk, or even how you swing your arms, can create long-term damage over time. What makes this even more dangerous is that these mistakes don't cause immediate pain. You won't feel it today, maybe not even next week, but months later it shows up as knee stiffness, hip pain, lower back issues, or even reduced mobility. And by then, most people never connect it back to something as simple as walking. Imagine thinking you're improving your health every morning, while unknowingly making the exact mistakes that are breaking it down. That's why in this video, we're going to uncover the 7 walking mistakes that are quietly destroying your health after 50. These are mistakes even active, health-conscious people make every day. And once you see them, you'll never walk the same way again. Because sometimes, it's not about how much you walk. After the age of 50, your body begins to change in ways that are so subtle, most people don't even notice them happening. You still feel capable, you still move the same way, and you assume your body is responding just like it always has. But underneath the surface, things are shifting. Your joints are no longer as cushioned as they once were. The cartilage that protected your knees and hips starts to wear down, making every step slightly more impactful than before. It's not painful at first. It's quiet, gradual, and easy to ignore. At the same time, your muscle mass naturally begins to decline. This means the muscles that once supported your joints and absorbed shock during walking are now weaker. As a result, more pressure is transferred directly onto your joints, especially your knees, ankles, and lower back. Even your posture begins to change without you realizing. Your spine may start to compress slightly. Your shoulders might round forward, and your walking alignment slowly shifts out of balance. Balance itself becomes another hidden challenge. The connection between your brain and your muscles, what doctors call coordination, starts to slow down. This makes your steps less stable, even if you don't feel unsteady. Your stride may shorten, your feet may not land as evenly, and your body has to work harder to maintain control. These small adjustments might seem harmless, but over time, they change the way force travels through your body with every step you take. Another critical change happens in your flexibility. Your joints become stiffer, and your range of motion decreases. This affects how your feet hit the ground, how your hips move, and how smoothly your body transitions from one step to the next. When flexibility drops, your walking becomes less fluid and more forced, increasing strain on specific areas. The most dangerous part is that none of these changes happen overnight. They build slowly, step by step, day after day. And because the process is so gradual, most people continue walking the same way they did years ago, completely unaware that their body is no longer equipped to handle it in the same way. That's where the real risk begins. Every day, millions of people go out for a walk, believing they're doing something healthy for their body. But what most don't realize is that they're repeating the same small mistakes over and over again. Mistakes that quietly put stress on their joints, muscles, and spine. One of the most common mistakes is walking too fast without proper control. People often think that faster means better, but after 50, your body needs stability more than speed. When you rush your steps, your form breaks down. Your feet hit the ground harder, your knees absorb more shock, and your balance becomes less stable. Over time, this creates unnecessary strain on your joints. Another major mistake is poor posture. Many people walk while slightly leaning forward, looking down at the ground, or hunching their shoulders. This might feel natural, especially if you're used to using your phone or sitting for long hours, but it puts pressure on your spine and lower back. A misaligned posture means your body weight isn't evenly distributed, forcing certain areas to work harder than they should. Foot placement is another hidden issue. Instead of landing gently from heel to toe, many people either stomp their feet or walk flat-footed. This disrupts the natural shock absorption system of the body. Each step sends a stronger impact up through your legs, affecting your knees, hips, and even your lower back. Wearing the wrong shoes is also a huge problem that most people ignore. Old, worn-out shoes or footwear without proper support can completely change the way you walk. Without cushioning and stability, your feet don't get the protection they need, and your walking pattern becomes uneven. Then there's the mistake of not using your arms properly. Some people keep their arms stiff by their sides, while others barely move them at all. Natural arm movement helps with balance and rhythm. Without it, your walking becomes less coordinated, and your body has to compensate in other ways. Finally, many people simply walk without awareness. They're distracted, thinking about something else, or rushing through the activity without paying attention to how their body is moving. This lack of mindfulness allows all these small mistakes to continue unchecked. Individually, these mistakes might seem minor, but repeated every single day, they slowly build into bigger problems that can affect your health in ways you never expected. What makes these walking mistakes so dangerous is not what they do in a single moment. It's what they do over time. One wrong step doesn't cause damage, but thousands of repeated wrong steps create a slow, accumulating stress that your body simply cannot ignore forever. Every time your foot hits the ground, force travels upward through your body, starting from your feet, moving through your knees and hips, and finally reaching your spine. When your walking form is correct, this force is evenly distributed, and your muscles help absorb the impact. But when you walk with poor posture, knee-provel alignment, or improper foot placement, that force becomes uneven. Instead of being shared, it gets concentrated in specific areas, usually your knees, lower back, and hips. Over time, this repeated pressure begins to wear down your joints. The cartilage that protects your knees and hips starts to thin out faster than it should. Without that cushioning, bones begin to move less smoothly against each other, leading to stiffness and discomfort. This is often how joint pain begins, not from a single injury, but from years of unnoticed strain. Your spine is also heavily affected. When you walk with rounded shoulders or a forward-leaning posture, your spine is no longer in its natural position. This puts continuous pressure on your lower back and can lead to compression in your spinal discs. As the discs lose flexibility, you may start experiencing back pain, tightness, or even nerve-related issues like tingling or weakness. Another critical problem is imbalance. When your walking pattern is off, your body starts compensating. One side may take more load than the other. Certain muscles become overworked while others weaken. This imbalance creates a chain reaction, affecting your hips, altering your stride, and putting even more stress on your joints. Inflammation is the body's response to this constant stress. At first, it's mild and goes unnoticed, but over time, it builds up, leading to chronic pain, swelling, and reduced mobility. Simple activities like climbing stairs, standing for long periods, or even walking short distances can start to feel difficult. The most alarming part is that this damage develops silently. You won't feel it immediately, which is why most people continue these habits for years. By the time the pain appears, the damage has already been done, and reversing it becomes much harder than preventing it in the first place. Most people assume that pain or discomfort is just a normal part of aging. But in many cases, your body is actually trying to warn you that something is wrong, especially with the way you walk. The problem is, these warning signs often start small, subtle, and easy to ignore. One of the earliest signs is mild knee discomfort. It may feel like a slight ache after a walk or a stiffness when you stand up after sitting. Many people brush this off, thinking it's just getting older. but it's often a sign that your knees are absorbing more pressure than they should due to poor walking form. Another common warning sign is tightness in your hips or lower back. If you feel stiffness after walking, or notice that your lower back feels fatigued even after a short distance, it could mean your posture is off. When your spine isn't aligned properly, your back muscles have to work harder to keep you upright, leading to tension and discomfort. Foot pain is also a major red flag. Burning sensations, soreness in the heels, or discomfort in the arches can indicate that your foot placement is nepravil, or your shoes aren't providing the right support. Since your feet are the foundation of every step, any issue here quickly travels upward to affect the rest of your body. You might also notice that your walking feels less smooth than before. Maybe your steps feel heavier, or you hear your feet hitting the ground louder than usual. This could be a sign that your body is losing its natural shock absorption due to incorrect technique or weakened muscles. Balance issues are another critical warning. If you feel slightly unsteady, especially when turning or walking on uneven surfaces, it's not something to ignore. It may indicate that your coordination and walking pattern are not working together properly, increasing your risk of falls. Even something as simple as getting tired too quickly can be a signal. If walking short distances leaves you feeling more exhausted than it should, your body might be compensating for inefficient movement, using more energy than necessary. The key thing to understand is that these signs are not random. They are your body's way of telling you that your walking style is creating stress and imbalance. Ignoring them doesn't make them go away. It allows the damage to build quietly over time until it becomes much harder to fix. The good news is that walking doesn't have to damage your body. In fact, when done correctly, it can become one of the most powerful habits for building strength, improving balance, and supporting long-term health after 50. But the key lies in how you walk, not just how often you do it. It starts with your posture. Keep your head up, looking forward, not down at the ground. Your shoulders should be relaxed, not hunched, and your back should stay naturally straight. Imagine a gentle pull lifting you from the top of your head. This simple adjustment helps align your spine, reducing unnecessary pressure on your lower back and improving overall balance. Next comes your pace. You don't need to rush. Walking at a controlled, steady speed is far more beneficial than walking fast with poor form. Your steps should feel smooth and deliberate, not heavy or rushed. Focus on maintaining stability with each step, rather than trying to cover more distance quickly. Foot placement is another crucial factor. Aim for a natural heel-to-toe motion. Your heel should touch the ground first, followed by a smooth roll through your foot, and then push off with your toes. This allows your body to absorb impact properly and reduces stress on your joints. Your stride length also matters. Avoid taking overly long steps, as this can strain your hips and knees. Instead, keep your stride comfortable and natural. Shorter, controlled steps provide better balance and reduce the risk of injury. Don't forget your arms. Let them swing naturally at your sides in rhythm with your steps. This not only improves coordination, but also helps maintain balance and momentum. Stiff or inactive arms can throw off your entire walking pattern. Footwear plays a bigger role than most people realize. Choose shoes that provide proper cushioning, arch support, and stability. The right shoes help protect your joints and keep your walking form aligned. Finally, stay mindful while walking. Pay attention to how your body feels, how your feet land, and how your posture holds up. Walking should not feel forced or uncomfortable. When you become aware of your movement, you can correct small mistakes before they turn into bigger problems. When you combine all these elements, posture, pace, footwork, and awareness, walking transforms from a simple activity into a powerful tool for maintaining strength, protecting your joints, and staying active for years to come. If you've made it this far, then you already know. It's not just about walking every day. It's about walking the right way. Because the truth is, your body after 50 is not weaker. It's just more sensitive to how you treat it. And small changes, like fixing your posture, slowing your pace, or correcting your steps, can make the difference between pain and strength, between decline and long-term mobility. So starting today, don't just walk out of habit, walk with awareness. And if this opened your eyes even a little, take a second right now. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, because the next video might show you something your body has been trying to tell you for years. Tell me in the comments, which of these walking mistakes surprised you the most? Because your health doesn't change overnight, but your habits can, starting today.